All right, so today we're going to be looking at this article, 10 Daily Habits That Make You Wealthy Without Working Harder. I don't know about you, but I mean, anything that says effortless wealth building, that definitely gets my attention. But is it true? Do these habits actually hold up?
Well, the article is from December 22nd of last year. It definitely lays out some interesting ideas. I'm excited to kind of break them down with you and see what we can learn.
Okay, perfect. So let's jump right in. Habit number one, prioritize tasks like a pro. Have you ever noticed that in your own life? Like the 80-20 rule?
Oh, yeah.
That 20% of your effort produces 80% of your results.
It's so true.
Like sometimes you spend hours on a project and you barely make a dent, but then you make like one tiny little tweak and suddenly everything moves forward.
Yeah, you get bogged down in tasks that feel important, but they don't actually move you closer to your goals.
Right.
So the 80-20 rule is all about, figuring out what are those high impact actions within that crucial 20% and just really focusing your energy there. So it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart.
Right. And the article even suggests like using certain tools like the Eisenhower matrix. Have you ever used that before?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of that matrix.
Yeah, it's basically a way to categorize your tasks based on urgency and importance.
Yeah.
So you can see like what needs your immediate attention, what can be delegated or even like totally ignored.
Yeah, and what's fascinating about that is that not only does that boost your productivity, but it also reduces stress.
Oh, interesting.
Because when you know what's truly important, you can kind of let go of all those other things that are less impactful.
Right.
And it frees up your mental space for the things that really matter.
Okay. So habit number two, this was a little bit unexpected, I think, especially with all this talk about hustle culture these days. Embrace rest to boost creativity. What do you think about that?
I've always been a little bit skeptical of that "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mentality. But it turns out there's a ton of research showing that rest and downtime are essential for our brains to function properly.
Right.
When we allow ourselves to relax, our minds can make new connections, solidify learning, and even spark creative breakthroughs.
So it's almost counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Like we think that taking a break is like slacking off or something,
Yeah.
but it's actually like the key to better productivity.
Exactly. It's about shifting from a state of constant doing to a state of being. And that's where the magic happens.
And the article even suggests things like taking nature walks, meditating, picking up a hobby that you enjoy, just to give your mind a chance to wander.
Right.
Okay, so now, for the topic I think everyone's been waiting for, habit number three, let money work for you. Passive income. Is it even possible? Or is it just like a myth?
Well, passive income is definitely a real thing, although it's often oversimplified. The key is to build assets that generate income over time, even when you're not actively working.
Okay, so the article mentions things like investing in real estate, dividend-paying stocks,
Yeah.
index funds.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow. You put in the initial effort, and then the asset starts generating income on its own. But it's important to remember that building passive income streams takes time, strategy, and often some upfront investment as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. And they even encourage starting small, maybe even using like robo-advisors or these beginner-friendly investment platforms. And then they also talk about the power of compound interest. Have you seen the impact of that in your own financial journey?
Absolutely. Compound interest is like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but it gains momentum over time, leading to exponential growth. It's a powerful reminder that even small, consistent contributions can make a huge difference in the long run.
So building that passive income is one piece of the puzzle. But the article also highlights a bunch of other habits that contribute to wealth building. Are you ready to dive into those?
Absolutely. Let's explore them. Okay, so the next few habits, they really focus on kind of like personal growth and development, which I think is super important.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
The world's constantly changing, so we need to keep up.
exactly.
So habit number four is never stop learning.
If you're standing still, you're actually falling behind. So continuous learning helps you to stay relevant, adapt to new challenges, and discover new opportunities.
I've definitely felt that pressure to learn new skills in my own field.
Yeah.
The article suggests things like reading books, taking online courses, or even just attending industry events,
Yeah.
just to stay on top of the latest trends.
All great ideas. I think the key is to find ways to make learning a part of your daily routine. So maybe you listen to a podcast during your commute, or dedicate 30 minutes each evening to reading something new.
Right. Okay, so speaking of connecting with people, habit number five is build a powerful network. What do you think about that one?
I think that's all about building genuine connections. A strong network can provide support, open doors to new opportunities, expose you to different perspectives. It's like having a team of cheerleaders and advisors by your side.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever had a mentor who really helped you in your career?
Absolutely.
Right.
I've been so fortunate to have some incredible mentors who've helped me navigate challenges,
Yeah.
make difficult decisions, and really see things from a different angle.
That's great. That actually leads perfectly into habit number 9, which is find great mentors.
Oh, yeah.
So the article even gives some tips on how to find mentors,
Mm.
like identifying people in your field whose work you admire and reaching out to them with clear goals in mind.
Yeah.
It's not just about like collecting business cards, it's about building those authentic relationships.
Yeah, it's about finding people who believe in you, support your vision, and challenge you to grow.
Right.
And remember, mentorship can come from unexpected places. It could be a former colleague, a friend, or even someone you connect with online.
Right. Okay, so this one really resonated with me. Habit number 6 is put your health first.
So important.
What do you think?
It's easy to neglect our health when we're busy chasing goals, but without physical and mental well-being, it's hard to achieve anything.
You know, I think sometimes you just hit a wall
Mm.
and you can't focus on anything. The article is saying we need energy and stamina to pursue our goals. And that starts with taking care of ourselves.
It's true. Think of it as investing in your most valuable asset, which is yourself.
Right.
So the article recommends things like regular exercise, eating nutritious foods, getting enough sleep, all things that can boost your energy levels and improve cognitive function.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like the way you put that.
it's been
Investing in yourself.
Okay.
They even suggest this thing called the 20-20-20 rule. Like every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break to look at something 20 feet away.
Oh, that's a great way to reduce eye strain and mental fatigue, especially if you're spending a lot of time in front of a screen.
Right.
It's amazing how such a small habit can make a big difference in your focus and productivity.
Okay. So the last group of habits is all about mindset and action. So let's start with habit number 7. Set clear goals.
Yeah, this habit's all about direction and motivation. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easier to stay focused and motivated even when things get tough. It's like having a roadmap to guide you toward your destination.
Right. The article talks about breaking down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
Exactly. Think of it as climbing a mountain. You wouldn't try to reach the summit in one giant leap, would you?
Right.
You'd break it down into smaller, more achievable stages.
Smaller steps.
Same with your goals.
Okay. So habit number 8, develop discipline. I have to admit, this is one I struggle with sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, discipline is all about consistency. It's about showing up and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. The article suggests that small, consistent actions done over time can lead to incredible results.
So it's about building those habits and routines that move us closer to our goals.
Absolutely. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. And don't be afraid to use tools like habit trackers or accountability partners to help you stay on track.
Okay, those are good tips. So the last habit, number 10, is cultivate a positive mindset. This one seems really important, especially when you're faced with challenges.
It's absolutely crucial. A positive mindset isn't just about feeling good. It's about believing in your ability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. It's about focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on problems.
Yeah, and they even suggest some pretty practical ways to cultivate positivity, like practicing daily gratitude or even replacing negative self-talk with affirmations. Have you found those helpful in your own life?
Oh, absolutely. I start each morning by writing down 3 things I'm grateful for, no matter how small. And it's amazing how just that one little practice can really shift your perspective and set a positive tone for the day.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then, if I catch myself slipping into negative self-talk, I try to reframe those thoughts with more empowering statements. It takes practice, but it really makes a difference.
Okay. Well, wow. I feel like we covered a lot of ground today. 10 habits, each with their own little nuances and applications. What stands out to you as maybe the most valuable or surprising insight from all this?
What fascinates me is how interconnected all these habits are. It's like they create this positive feedback loop. For example, prioritizing tasks effectively frees up time and energy for rest,
Right.
which in turn boosts creativity and helps you make smarter decisions.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cycle.
It's like they're all pieces of a puzzle that fit together to create this bigger picture of success.
Yeah.
And it's not just about financial wealth either, right? It seems like these habits could apply to any area of life.
Absolutely. Whether you're looking to improve your relationships, enhance your well-being, or excel in your career. These principles can help you create a life of abundance and purpose.
Okay, so to everyone listening, take a moment to think about it. Which of these habits resonates with you the most? What's one small step you could take today to actually implement it? Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes for focused work, taking a walk in nature, or just writing down those 3 things you're grateful for.
Yeah, and just remember, even small changes when practiced consistently can lead to significant results over time. So just choose one habit that speaks to you and start taking action.
Great advice. Now here's a final thought for you to ponder. The article we looked at focused on wealth. But what if these habits are actually the key to something even more valuable? Could they lead to greater happiness, a deeper sense of purpose, and a more fulfilling life overall? Something to think about as you continue your journey of growth and discovery. Until next time, keep diving deep.